November 3rd, and it's cold this morning. It's a lot colder than it's been. Well, not a lot colder. It was 31 degrees at the truck when I was getting dressed, which is about 5 or 6 degrees colder than it's been in the mornings the last few days. So hopefully that's got these deer moving even more. I'm in a pretty cool stand this morning. I've been looking forward to hunting it a lot until I got in here, that is. I climbed up. It looked like a raccoon had been calling my tree stand home for a while because the platform was just covered in raccoon shit. So I had to knock all that crap off. And then, as you can see, I got a tree right in front of my face. When I set this stand up originally, this tree next to the tree I hung my stand in, was like 3 feet that way. And I had plenty of room to draw and move my bow and all kinds of stuff. But since last year, the whole tree's kind of leaned 3 feet this way, and it's almost touching my tree stand. I got no room to do nothing. It's literally in the worst spot. I can draw my bow. I do have a shot directly 90 degrees to my left, which is the main trail that I'm hunting, so that is good. I got a couple trails coming out of this bedding area right in front of me that I have absolutely no chance of shooting because of this tree, and I might be able to pull a shot off in front of me, but I don't have any lanes anyway, so if there's a deer out there, I'd be kind of screwed no matter what. So I think I'm just stuck sitting here with this one shot. Getting the bow around the tree and turning around trying to do all this would be a mess if I was trying to pull a shot off anyways. So this is a cherry tree too, so it's very loud rubbing up against it and stuff. So like I said, I think I'm just stuck sitting here and with this one shot, which kind of stinks, but you only need that one shot if you're confident about your setup. And I'm pretty confident about this setup. I'm kind of right on the downwind corner of this bedding area out to my north. We got a west-southwest wind this morning, and it's very mild, but the thermals are pretty strong this morning. Like right now, they just started. I can watch my breath, and I can watch it just going straight up in the air, so that is pretty ideal. But I'm set up kind of at the end of this probably 200-yard strip of woods. It's about 100 yards by 200 yards long. And it's not really ridge, it's just kind of dry ground that's kind of set between these two swamps. And the deer kind of meander all through here. It's not like it's a really good pinch point or anything. But the past few years, I've watched bucks chase does around in this little block a lot, especially this time of year, early November. I've ran cameras down in here for, 2 or 3 of the last years, and I get tons of pictures of bucks cruising back and forth. There's a lot of bedding to the south of me as well, so this little strip kind of connects all that, and it's just an easy direct path for them to walk. This is kind of like way far away from where anyone's hunting. It was a pretty long walk to get in here this morning, so I think these older bucks feel comfortable kind of pushing these does around, or these does feel comfortable leading these bucks into this area for breeding. So last year I hunted in here a couple times and had multiple deer bedded right underneath me. The one morning I remember I sat here and I had 2 does bedded underneath me for probably 6 hours, and I ended up seeing a few bucks that evening, but nothing crazy. But like I said, in the past, from sightings and trail camera photos, this has been a pretty good spot over the years. It's about 8 o'clock now, so shooting light started like 7:30 or something like that. But I don't really expect to see deer back in here until kind of like late morning because it's so cold. I'm sure they're still out in the crop fields and stuff. A lot of the corn's still up around here too, so I'm sure they're up chasing and eating and doing all sorts of deery things. And this is kind of just a setup to catch those does working their way back to the bedding area and catch those bucks kind of trying to cut their trails. So hopefully we get into something. Like I said, if I was a betting man, I would guess that this tree in front of me is gonna mess me up somehow, one way or the other. But I'll see what I can do. But yeah, I'm gonna get quiet and see what strolls through. So stay tuned. I was gonna say I haven't seen a deer in like 2 hours, but I turned to my right and I caught movement and he was working through this thick stuff back behind me. I didn't know what he was, so I grunted. was just a little spike, but it was pretty cool. I think what I want to do is jump down. I'm going to do a little scouting, see if I can't find anything that looks good, and then hightail it out of here to the next spot. I'm going to head over to the farm that I hunt just up the road from here and sit the rest of the afternoon over there. I have not hunted there since I think like the 23rd, and that was the only time I've hunted back there this year. I do have a cell cam set up on that property, but haven't gotten any giants on camera yet or anything like that over there, but I know they're there, so I'm gonna give the Frank Farm a break here. Yeah, let's go see what we can get into. All right, guys, so it's about 1 o'clock. I just got to my other property down the road from the Frank Farm. You guys have seen me hunt this before. Last year I hunted a pretty big 8-pointer, and then younger, like I think he was a 3.5-year-old 12. I got a ton of pictures of him late season. I hunted him during gun season. I saw that 8 during gun season, or actually a week before gun season, but never got a crack at him. It's a tough block to hunt. It's all bedding. The whole property is just bedding, and the wind direction. So the property lays north and south. Today we got a northwest wind, which kind of works out pretty decent, honestly. It's probably the best wind I could ask for back here. But I will say this is only the second time I've been here. Last time I hunted here was on like the 23rd. I just have not seen any really good shooters yet this year on this property. I know they're here. I know they're gonna show up at some point. The does and the small bucks are in here like crazy. I know there's a big boy or two in here. If that 12 or that 8's in here again, they're gonna be giants. So the signs here, the scrapes, the rubs, I'm gonna get in here tonight. Hopefully, I got a couple spots in mind. I'm just gonna kind of scout my way in and see what I come up with. So I'm all set up here. It took a lot longer than I thought. It's only 3:20. It's pretty early still. I don't know how hidden I am, but I can shoot everything. I got buku lanes. That's kind of what I was going for, just because there's so many places these deer can walk through here or cross this path in front of me. Like, there's just so many trails in here. I haven't scouted this enough to, limit myself to one trail. I wanted to make sure I could shoot the most I possibly could, and I think I kind of did that. The access lane I walked in is right over here to my right, just to the east of me, and it is covered in scrapes all up and down this access lane. The mock scrape that I made over the summer is probably 70 yards to the north, and then there's a whole bunch of other deer trails that kind of cut all through here in front of me and out across the path here and back behind me. There's just trails everywhere. So, but the two that I'm expecting to see a big deer on is this trail over here. It's about 35 yards from me, and then this main access path. So we'll see what happens, but it got kind of windy for a little bit, and a little storm system blew through, but it's kind of cleared up and calmed down. So I'm hoping deer on their feet tonight. I'm ready to kill a big one. I don't know about you guys. You guys ready to see it? I'm sure you are. Now, last winter, right after deer season, I shed hunted all of this, and what I found was just off to the northwest of me here, it looked like the deer were bedding pretty heavily, and there was a ton of rubs, ton of scrapes. There was a really big primary scrape that was actually active in February. It's really hard to get in there. There's only one deer trail in and one deer trail out. That's why I'm kind of staying back here on the outskirts of it. My wind's blowing northwest, so directly in my face from that bedding area. But that main deer trail kind of cuts right in front of me and goes right up in through there. And then there's another one that kind of comes out of it and runs along that transition line I was talking about. This is the trail I watched that 8-pointer walk last year. So hopefully he does it again. That'd be pretty cool. I doubt it. Guys, well, saw a few bucks tonight, but that was about it. Pretty cool evening, just no big boys. To Tomorrow's November 4th, so the hunting should just keep getting better and better, theoretically. The wind's been out of the north for the last 3 days, and tomorrow, for one day, it's gonna switch and come out of the south. I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. South wind. I'm gonna figure something out. I appreciate you guys watching. Keep tuning in. I'm working my butt off. I'm gonna try and put a big buck down here sooner or later. If it doesn't happen, it's not for lack of not trying, I'll tell you that much. But still got 10 or 11 days left of my vacation here, so we're really just getting started. But like I said, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button if you like this video. And as always, we'll see you guys on the next one.